Hello everyone and welcome to MrMoFranchise. It's episode 6 and this week, divisional foe, the Cincinnati Bengals, will come to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers, fresh off their first victory of the season under Coach Mo, that exciting game against the Las Vegas Raiders. As far as how long this game will be played, I rolled a 38, so I will be playing a 9-minute quarter game with a 20-second rundown clock, and I will be playing all 4 quarters. As far as the effects of winning or losing this game, I rolled an 8, so the approval rating with the players will go up by a plus or minus D10. And as far as the individual players that will be affected, I rolled the 29, so it'll be my lowest morale guy, which will be my starting right tackle, Wilson. And then I rolled a 30 for defense, and that'll be my lowest rated morale guy on defense, which is my right end, Loudermilk. So both of those players will also see their morale go up or down by a D10, depending if we win or lose the game. As far as the random event for week 3, it's called non-divisional simulation. If this is a divisional game, play the full game. If it's not, I can simulate it. But however, this is a divisional game, so basically this is no event. Let's get to the action in week 3, Steelers versus Bengals. So taking a look at this game, the Steelers are 68 overall. The Bengals are 75 overall, so we entered this game as a 4-point underdog. Opportunity for Henry Mondeau to perhaps be a star player. He believes he has it in him. We'll see about that. In order to get that, we're going to need to hold the Bengals to less than 100 yards rushing, or Henry Mondeau needs to get one of those things. Either, most likely the tackle for loss is the easiest one to get, or a sack. Looking at the injury report, all that we lost was Isaiah Buggs. He had turf toe, so we'll not probably have him for this game. Other than that, it looks like everybody else has a clean bill of health. Let's do some upgrades. DeAndre Walker is going to move up a point. And looking at his stats, I tried to take a look and see where I could see the improvement in him. I decided to put a point in pass rusher. And he's going to get a couple of upgrades, 1 awareness, 1 play rec, 1 power moves, and 1 tackle. Next up, we do have the aforementioned injured player, Isaiah Buggs. He's going to move up a point. And he's going to go up 2 in block shedding and 1 in tackle. Good to see that 2 in block shed. Our rookie center, Kendrick Green, is going to go up a point. And Kendrick Green is going to, if I take a look at his ratings, we're going to go ahead and give him +1 in power. And he's going to stay at a 65, but he will get 1 awareness, 2 run block power, and 1 strength. And I like to see that +1 strength. That moves him up to an 89 strength. I'd like to see that get up to a 90. Next up is Quincy Rochet, and he's going to move up a point. He's going to gain 3 awareness and 1 finesse moves for the speed rusher upgrade. And then our last player is our free agent acquisition, Garyon Conley. And we'd like to see him moving up, as he is our shutdown corner on this young, inexperienced team. He was the one veteran that we currently have. And he's going to move up a point in man-to-man coverage. And that's going to move that up from a 78 to a 79. He gets 4 upgrades, 2 awareness, 1 man coverage, 2 play rec, and 1 press. I thought those were pretty good upgrades for Garyon Conley. So here we go. Pittsburgh with their second home game in a row. A lot of people are curious which Steeler team will show up. The team from week 1 that got spanked, or the team in week 2 that had a lead, lost the lead, got it back at the end, and got the dub. Steelers currently 1-1 on the season. Coming out in their all-black uniforms. Love this look. So here we go, game 3. Steelers have elected to receive. And Bryce Love's going to take this out of the end zone to the 10, the 15, to the 20. And he's going to be stopped there by a couple of Bengals tacklers at the 21-yard line. And that's where Dwayne Haskins will take over. Much better game in week 2. 4 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions on the season for Dwayne Haskins. And here the Steelers are starting off in a single back formation out of the shotgun. Hand off to Najee Harris on the counter play. And he'll be stopped for maybe a half yard at that. Taking a look at the Steeler draft class, and as I've said before, most of these players are starting for this revamped Steeler team. 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. Haskins under center. Multi-tight end formation. Tight end actually in motion from right to left. Handoff to Najee Harris. And he's going to grow up the middle for maybe 3. Call it 4. That's going to make this 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 6. That's where the Steelers want to be to continue to have Dwayne Haskins progress this year. This line is too young and too raw to have them in long down situations. Haskins is able to get the ball off just before he's sacked. Unfortunately, that's only a 3-yard gain. Not a sack, though, and the Steelers are forced to punt. And out comes the punting unit. Presley Harvin is going to hit this to the 30, and the Bengals will take this back to the 32. So out come the Bengals, led by second-year man Joe Burrow. He currently has 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the season, so Dwayne Haskins is actually outplaying Joe Burrow up to this point in the season. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Burrow back to pass out of shotgun. It looks like it's going to be a screenplay, and that's going to be dumped off to number 28 for the Bengals. That is Joe Mixon, the speedy Joe Mixon, for a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Bengals send a man in motion. They fake that, and they're going to hand it to Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon. And Joe Mixon's able to pick up the 1st down. A lot of Joes for the Bengals here. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at the 43-yard line. Just over 6 minutes to play here in the 1st quarter, as we're early in this action between the Bengals and the Steelers. And incomplete pass there from Joe Burrow. It's going to make the 2nd down and 10. Steelers look like they're in zone coverage. Burrow under center is going to hand it off to Mixon. Mixon's going to be brought down. Nice tackle there, and that's going to make this 3rd down and 11. Loss of 1 for the Bengals, and this is where the Steelers defense needs to play. Keep the Bengals in 3rd and long situations. And Burrow's going to dump it off to Mixon, and Mixon is going to beat. What a tackle there. Nice tackle in the open field by number 25 for the Steelers. That was Antoine Brooks Jr. forcing the Bengals to punt. That's the kind of tackle that can get your team fired up. If he doesn't make that tackle, that's a 1st down for the Bengals. Instead, the Steelers get the ball at the 19-yard line, and that's where Dwayne Haskins will start this 2nd possession in a scoreless game. Haskins back to pass on 1st down. He's got a man across the middle. Unfortunately, that is dropped. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. I believe that intended target was Hall. 2nd and 10, Najee Harris finds running room on the right side for a gain of 5. That's going to make this 3rd down and 5. Under 4.5 to play here in the 1st quarter. Haskins making some adjustments out of the shotgun. Single back. Haskins is going to find his man, Chase Claypool, for the 1st down. 7-yard gain there for the dependable Chase Claypool. Arguably the best weapon the Steelers have on offense. Next to this man right here, Najee Harris. Gain of 2 yards. Look at the game he had last week. 31 carries, 137 yards, and a touchdown. Look to see more of that today against the Bengals. Speaking of, 2nd down and 8. Najee Harris breaks it out to the left side. He's got running room and a 1st down. Gain of 12 for Najee Harris. This team is going to be at its best when they can hand the ball off many times to Najee Harris. And they're going to do it here again for a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. The best friend of Dwayne Haskins will be an effective running game. And this young offensive line is starting to mesh a little bit. Najee Harris on the stretch play. Gain of a couple. That's going to make this 3rd down and 5. Steelers are at midfield. Under 2 minutes to play here in the 1st quarter. Haskins back to pass out of the shotgun. Lots of time, and unfortunately he's going to be brought down on the sack. And the Bengals get to Haskins, and they're going to force the punt from midfield. Let's see how Presley Harvin can do, pinning the Bengals here inside the 20. The kick is up, and it's going to be caught at the 17 and brought down at the 19-yard line. So he does pin them inside the 20, although it's only at the 19. 1st and 10 for the Bengals with their 2nd possession. They're going to do play action, and Burrow misses his man. 2nd down and 10. That was a good-looking play action play. Burrow just missed his intended target. Burrow back to pass again on 2nd down, and he's going to find his man on the curl route for the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at the 30. Coming out here in the I formation. And they're going to hand this off to Joe Mixon. Mixon right up the middle for a gain of 2. Mixon had 2 touchdowns last week on only 12 carries and 51 yards, but he still found pay dirt twice. 2nd down and 8. At the pass is Joe Burrow, and he's going to find Cameron Brate, the tight end, coming across for a 1st down and more. That's a pickup of 17 yards for the tight end, Cameron Brate. And just like that, we've reached the end of the 1st quarter. No score, but it's good to see the Steeler defense holding the team to no points in the first quarter, especially after that first game that we played against the Bills, which I'll try not to talk about as much. We want to leave that as a distant memory, right? It's 1st and 10 for the Bengals. And that's a run for 2 yards up the middle. Bengals cross midfielder now at the Steeler 49. 2nd down and 8. Burrow gets rid of it. He's looking deep, and that is going to be knocked down. Good coverage there by the Steeler secondary, forcing the Bengals into 3rd and long. Burrow out of the shotgun, dropping back and finding the man. He's got it open, but he drops it. Already the Steelers are showing a good job on defense, especially on 3rd down, where we've struggled this year to stop teams on 3rd down. But that's a couple times here where the Steelers have put the clamp down and gotten the ball back. We've seen the Bengals punter more than we've seen the punters a lot this year. 1st down and 10. Najee Harris runs to the right side, gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Staying on schedule are the Steelers. Even though they have no points, it's good to see their offense staying on schedule so far. That's a gain of 2. That's going to make this 3rd down and short. We'll call it 4 yards. Most likely a passing down, but still, it's a very manageable passing down. Play action. And a pass. Dwayne Haskins floats it out there to Chase Claypool, who breaks 1 tackle and gets to the 44-yard line. That's a 19-yard gain for the Steelers and Chase Claypool. Good touch pass there by Dwayne Haskins. One of the better looking passes you're going to see him throw this year. Worthy of a replay. And then you see the little cut there by Chase Claypool to get an extra yard or 2. 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Once again out of the shotgun. They like to run the shotgun a lot, especially a single back with Najee Harris. Haskins back to pass. He's going to dump it off into the flat to Najee Harris, who has good hands, and he gains 7 yards there as the Steelers cross midfield in the Bengal territory. 2nd down and 3. Hand off to Najee Harris. He breaks 1 tackle and finally brought down by number 99 for the Bengals. That's going to make this 3rd and inches. Hand off to Najee Harris. And he's going to be stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and inches, and Coach Mo says keep the team out there. I formation, look for Najee Harris with a good block from the fullback. But no, the Steelers are going to try a slant route, and it's going to be dropped. Dropped by the Steelers. That intended target was number 18 for the Steelers. Deontay Johnson couldn't hold on to it, and the Bengals will take over with good field position. 5:10 to play here in the 2nd quarter. We're still in a scoreless game. Joe Burrow back to pass out of the shotgun. And that's going to be caught by T. Higgins. First catch for T. Higgins today. And that makes this 1st down and 10 as the Bengals are now in long field goal range. It's going to be play action. That was a nice looking play action there. Joe Burrow has an open man. That is going to be a 1st down catch there by number 83 for the Bengals. That is Tyler Boyd. And that puts the Bengals in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the first half of a scoreless game. Not much there for Joe Mixon. Maybe a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Burrow back to pass. And he finds Cameron Brate, who just found a soft spot in the zone, just sat down there. And makes this 3rd and very short 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun are the Bengals. Single back. They're going to go to pass. And they're going to find Joe Mixon out of the backfield for the touchdown. Good check down there by Joe Burrow to Joe Mixon. And just like that, we have our first touchdown of the game. The Bengals take the early 7-0 lead late here in the first half. Laskowski out to kick this ball off to Love. And Bryce Love is going to bring this back to the 23-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Bengals 7, Steelers nothing. Haskins making some adjustments out of the shotgun, and he's going to throw this out to Chase Claypool. Claypool's going to fight for extra yards. And let's call that 9 yards. That makes the 2nd down and 1. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Haskins back to pass. He's going to lob this to Chase Claypool for another catch and a 1st down. And the Steelers are going to try to get this ball up before the 2-minute warning. They'll be unable to. So with 2 minutes to go here in the first half, Steelers looking to get on the board, trailing by 7. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dwayne Haskins making some changes. Good to see him starting to read the defense a little bit. Sends a man in motion. That was Emmanuel Hall that he sent out. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That is an incomplete pass. Probably the worst pass Haskins has thrown so far today. Missed his target completely. 2nd down and 10. Haskins back to pass again. Rolling to the right, and he's going to be brought down on the sack. And now the Bengals will call timeout as they look to get this ball back, forcing the Steelers into 3rd and 20. Haskins couldn't evade the sack, and now it's 3rd and a long way. Exactly what the Steelers are trying to avoid. And Haskins going to go deep, and he almost throws. Yes, he does throw an interception. The Bengals get the interception. That was number 20, Eli Apple, former New York Giant. And that's why the Steelers want to stay out of 3rd and long. Dwayne Haskins makes the poor decision. Eli Apple on the bobble makes the catch, and now the Bengals are looking to add to this lead. 1st and 10. Burrow finds his receiver for a 1st down and more. That was Auden Tate on the reception, getting the Bengals into 1st and 10 from the 26 as this clock continues to tick down. Minute 16 to go. Burrow back to pass. Burrow finds his man across the middle there. That's number 84 for the Bengals, Cameron Brate, who's been Burrow's most favorite target so far today. 1-on-1 to play, 2nd and 3. Burrow back to pass. He's going to scramble, he's going to look, and he's going to just get rid of this ball before he's brought down on the sack, and that's going to force the Bengals in the 3rd and short with 56 seconds to go. It'd be a victory here if the Steelers can hold the Bengals to a field goal. Back to pass is Burrow, and he's going to find his man across the middle there, Cameron Brate. But if they're going to be short by inches, and the Bengals will send out the field goal unit, this is going to be Steven Gostkowski, former Patriot, and he nails it through, and just like that, the Bengals, off of the turnover, put up a field goal. With 44 seconds to go in the 1st half, the Steelers find themselves down 10-0. Bryce Love is going to bring this ball back. A good return to the 28-yard line. So the Steelers have 40 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. We'll see if they are content with taking this to halftime or try to push the ball down. They're going to go play action. Dwayne Haskins gets a good block there from the running back. The ball is thrown deep, and it is caught! Caught by Chase Claypool! Between 2 defenders, and the Steelers score a touchdown! I'm not sure that ball should have been thrown by Dwayne Haskins. But he launches this ball in the air for a long time into double coverage. This ball is in the air a long way, as we see with the next-gen stats. And he splits the defenders, and Chase Claypool does a little spin pirouette at the end. That is an unexpected touchdown by the Steelers. A 1-play drive. And just like that, the Steelers get 7 back. 72-yard touchdown pass from Dwayne Haskins after the ensuing kickoff was a touchback. We'll see if the Bengals look to try to get some points back. And this Steeler crowd was quiet, and that brought them back to life. And this is going to be dumped off. And a 1st down. That was the number 28, Joe Mixon. And the Bengals will call timeout. So it's 1st and 10 from the 35. Burrow back to pass. Looking, scanning. He finds Jamar Chase. We haven't called his name much today. The rookie Jamar Chase gets a gain all the way to the 43. But the Bengals, out of timeouts, are unable to spike it. And we're going to go into halftime. Down 10-7, but that play at the end of the 1st half reinvigorated this crowd and got momentum a little bit back on the side of the Steelers. We go to halftime. Let's take a look at some of the action around the NFL this week in Week 3. Let's go to Ohio, where the division rival of the Steelers, the Browns, are losing 14-3 to Josh Fields, who already has a touchdown pass. Good to see that for the Steelers as they look to try to climb into 1st place in the AFC North. Let's go to Missouri, where the Chiefs are taking on the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's all Patrick Mahomes today. 3 touchdown passes for Mahomes as he is leading the Chiefs to a crushing early score, 28-7, as that game nears the end of the 1st half. Let's head back east to Michigan, where the Lions are taking on the Ravens, and more good news for the Steelers. The Lions have a 3-point lead over the Ravens, the hated Ravens. 35 seconds to go in that 1st half. Lions clinging to a 3-point lead. And let's see this focus we're going to do for offense. We're going to put our focus on run inside. We want to keep Najee Harris running well. And on defense, we're going to try to stop the medium pass. We think Joe Burrow is hurting us there. So let's pick up the action here in the second half. 10-7 Bengals, and they'll get the ball. And the Steelers will kick this in the end zone, so the Bengals will have it at the 25-yard line to start their first possession of the second half. Here we go. Burrow under center. Single back is Joe Mixon. First and 10. Handoff is to Mixon. Tries the left side. Actually, is going to lose a yard there. Good job, Steeler defense. Second down and 11. Burrow again under center. Man in motion. Burrow back to pass. Scans the field. Lots of time. Throws this out for a gain of 7. That makes this much easier for the Bengals. Third down and 4. Come on, Steelers third down defense. Burrow back to pass. And he's going to let this fly deep. And this ball is going to be incomplete. And the Steeler defense once again comes up big on third down. I'm not even sure we saw the Bills punter in week 1. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about that game anymore, but it's just so great to see the Steelers forcing the punts. First down and 10. Play action. Haskins is going to roll out to the left, and he's going to run, take it himself. And he wisely runs out of bounds. He does get tackled near the end there, but he is going to pick up 9 yards. Second down and 1. Let's see if the Steelers try to go deep here with the short 1 yard to gain. Man in motion. Haskins is going to be back to pass. And he is going to go deep. He's got a man, and that is going to be intercepted. Good defense there by the Bengals. That is number 22 for the Bengals, Eli Apple, with his second interception of the game, matching his number of 2-2, 2 pass coverages and 2 interceptions. And now the Bengals have the ball at the 9 yard line. First and 10 for the Bengals. Joe Mixon, good run there for gain of 6. That is the second interception of the day for Dwayne Haskins. 2-1 touchdown pass. Second and 4 for the Bengals. Bengals on the stretch play. Mixon's going to pick up a couple more, making this third down and short. Just over 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Bengals up 10-7. They're going to run the counter, and Mixon's able to break through the line there. Broken tackle. Picks up the first down. And now the Bengals have it at the 23. Burrow under center, and it's going to hand it off to Mixon. We have a flag in the play. It's either going to be a face mask or a holding. And it looks like it's going to be a holding against the Bengals. That's going to be against their left tackle, Jonah Williams. And that's going to push this back to first down and 19. Burrow under center's back to pass. Quick pass here to 84 for the Bengals. That's Cameron Brate. And targeted quite a bit today. Second down and 11 as the Bengals get a lot of that penalty yardage back. And that's going to be a completed pass. So once again, Cameron Brate. He picks up 5 more. And that's going to make this third and 6. We might want to guard Cameron Brate, as he seems to be the focus player for Burrow today. Lots of time, but the Steelers finally bring him down on the sack. That's DeAndre Walker with the big sack, forcing the Bengals into punt. Good job, DeAndre Walker. And now the Bengals will send out their punt team. Kevin Huber. He's going to kick this back to the 41-yard line. And Bryce Love will take this to the 44. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter, the Steelers find themselves only down by 3 points. First and 10 for the Steelers. Haskins out of the shotgun is going to hand it off to Najee Harris. And Harris is able to break a couple of tackles for a gain of, let's call that 13 yards. And now the Steelers are encroaching into Bengals territory. First and 10, 43-yard line. Harris is going to break this out to the outside. Breaks 1 tackle. A gain of 9. Let's call it 8. What an exciting player Najee Harris is. Second down and 2. And they're going to give it right back to Harris. Why not? Harris able to cut to the right. I love his ball carrier vision. He saw it was blocked there, and then he cut it back to the right side. And he's got the Steelers down on the 25-yard line. First and 10. Haskins back to pass on shotgun. And he's going to find Pat Freiermuth out into the flat. And Freiermuth's going to be able to pick up the first down. Gain of 12 yards. And this Steeler offense, when they can feed it to Najee Harris, that opens up the passing game. And here's, speaking of Najee Harris, good cut there to try to get a little bit of yardage. 4 yards there on what looked like he wasn't going to get anything. And that's what Najee Harris can do for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. 2nd and 6 from the 9. Steelers looking to at least tie the game, if not take the lead. Haskins back to pass. He's going to find Deontay Johnson across the middle there for a gain of a couple. That's going to make this 3rd down and 2. Big 3rd down here for the Steelers in the 5-yard line. Haskins back to pass. He's going to throw, and that is almost interception. A costly mistake there as he threw that ball right into the hands of Devondre Campbell. Steelers fortunate here to go for the field goal attempt, and this is up and good. Steelers dodge a bullet there. 36 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter after the touchback. It's all knotted up at 10. Bengals in the draw play to Joe Mixon. He gets maybe a yard. We'll call that 2nd down and 9. And this will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter in a game that finds itself tied at 10-10. Burrow back to pass. And he's going to be brought down by Dontavius Russell. As the Steelers, I would credit that partially to the coverage. But Russell's able to get in there and get the sack. And that takes us to the 4th quarter in a great game here in Heinz Field. It is Steelers 10 and Bengals 10. But the Bengals are looking at 3rd and long as we start the 4th quarter. Burrow back to pass. Steelers in zone, and they're going to allow that little dump off there. And once again, out comes Kevin Huber for the Bengals. The left-footed kicker is going to kick this down to the 26-yard line. And Bryce Love is going to bring this back to the 37-yard line. That's where the Steelers will pick up their possession to start the 4th quarter here. And this is going to be a draw play to Najee Harris, and he's got lots of running room. Good play call there by the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. It's going to be 2nd down and 1, under 8 to play. Steelers have shown some aggressive play calling on 2nd and short today, and that continues here with play action. Haskins looks around, and he's going to go deep. He's got a man with the step, and that's going to be a touchdown pass. Chase Claypool, who else would it be? Claypool with the touchdown grab. And I love this aggressive play calling by the Steelers. You can tell they're feeling more confident with Dwayne Haskins. Instead of handing the ball off on 2nd short, they let Haskins throw this ball. That ball is in the air for a long time once again. And Chase Claypool comes down with the reception, over the shoulder catch. And the Steelers have scored 17 unanswered points to grab the lead at 17-10 with under 8 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Nice ball there by Dwayne Haskins. That matches his 2 interceptions now with 2 touchdown passes. 7:47 to go here for the Bengals as they're going to bring this kickoff back to the 23-yard line, where a series of Steeler tacklers brings the man down. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Burrow under center as this Steeler crowd comes alive. And Burrow's going to throw this for a short gain. That goes to Auden Tate for, in fact, that's going to be a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11. Burrow under center, but he's going to fall back into a pass, and he's going to drop this across the middle. That's the 85 T. Higgins for a gain of 8. The Bengals are now in 3rd and 3. Single back. Joe Mixon. And this is batted down by the Steelers secondary. If the Steelers hold on to win this game, the storyline is going to be their 3rd down defense, which has been stellar today. Bryce Love is going to take this punt back to the 28-yard line. Steelers will have it there, 6:25 to go. Find themselves in an unusual position of trying to work the clock. Hand off to Najee Harris. What a better man to run that clock than Najee Harris. Unfortunately, he's not going to pick up much there. 2nd down and 9. Although it's as much about working the clock at this point as it is about getting yardage. But it would be nice to see the Steelers pick up a couple 1st downs here. Haskins back to pass out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down on... No, he gets out of the sack, but he's going to fumble. And that's going to be recovered by the left tackle, Dan Moore Jr. Goodness gracious, that was crisis averted. In fact, Dan Moore will actually get a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Haskins back to pass. Deep curl route, and he had a man open, but this is going to be thrown out of bounds. And the Steelers will be forced to punt. Not a great possession there for the Steelers. 3 and out, and almost disaster. So the Bengals get it back here at the 33-yard line. Over 5 minutes to play. Can Joe Burrow lead the Bengals back to a tie? Let's find out. Burrow back to pass on 1st down. Lots of time. He's going to be able to hit his man, Cameron Brate. I feel like I've said that name a lot today. 2nd and 3 for the Bengals. Burrow back to pass. Quick pass. Finds his man. That is 83. Tyler Boyd picks up the first down. And that's going to give the Bengals a first down near midfield with 4 minutes to play. Looking to tie this game up. Burrow back to pass once more. And he's going to go deep. And he finds his man, but his feet were not able to stay in bounds. Steelers catch a break there. 2nd down and 10. Burrow back to pass. And he's going to... There's going to be a penalty flag. I think 84 kept his feet in bounds. That's Cameron Brate. But there is a holding call. And the Steelers catch a huge break there. That's on the left guard, Bradley Bozeman. And now the Bengals are looking at a 2nd and long. And they're going to draw play to Joe Mixon. He'll pick up some of the yardage. I don't know about that play call. It does give the Bengals 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 11. So they do get a lot of that yardage back, but it's still going to be 3rd and 11. And the Bengals are going to dump this off to number 1. That is the rookie Jamar Chase. And that's going to make this 4th down and 6. And the Bengals will trust their defense. They're going to punt this ball back to the Steelers. Great punt there by the left-footed Kevin Hubner. And the Steelers are pinned at the 4-yard line. This is where wins and losses are determined. Can the Steelers get this out of their own end? 1st and 10. Hand off Najee Harris. Pick up of 1. More importantly, gives them a little bit of space. And the Steelers are going to work this down to the 2-minute warning. Bengals will conserve their 3 timeouts. So, with 2 minutes to play, the Steelers holding on to a 7-point lead. Let's pick up the action here with 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 8 for the Steelers. Bengals with all 3 timeouts left. They're going to hand it off to Najee Harris. Harris is going to run forward for a first down and more as he breaks several tackles for a 13-yard gain. And the Bengals are forced to burn their first of 3 timeouts. 1st and 10 for the Steelers now at the 18-yard line. Bengals with 2 timeouts remaining. Najee Harris cuts to the right, breaks 1 tackle, pushes forward for 3 yards. Bengals will use their 2nd timeout. 1:50 to go. 2nd and 7 for the Steelers. Hand off to Najee Harris. Nothing surprising there. Harris gets 2 yards. Bengals use their last timeout. And now the Steelers have a decision to make. Do you pass on 3rd and 5 or do you run it and work the clock? They're going to hand it off to Najee Harris. He's going to cut to the left. And he falls forward for a first down. And that'll do it. The Steelers will be able to take a few knees. And I can't believe I'm saying this after that first game. But the Steelers are going to go to 2-1. As they move the chains, Najee Harris using that power and falling forward, and the Bengals, knowing the Steelers are in an obvious running situation, aren't able to stop Harris. And now the Steelers are going to get into victory formation. Dwayne Haskins is going to take a knee with just over a minute to play. And the rest is simply formality, as the Steelers are going to beat the Bengals. The Steelers came in this game as a 4-point underdog. But they're going to leave Heinz Field with their 2nd victory in a row. And Coach Mo is ecstatic, and the Bengals coach throws down the clipboard in frustration. They blew a 10-point lead as the Steelers scored 17 unanswered points, led by that man, Dwayne Haskins, who threw 2 touchdown passes today. Yes, he did have 2 interceptions. But the touchdown passes to Chase Claypool, and Haskins is going to pose at midfield, as he looks like a different quarterback as he exchanges pleasantries there with Joe Burrow. And let's take a look at the stats as the Steelers, unbelievably, go to 2-1 on the season. This was supposed to be a rebuild, and yet Coach Mo has them playing some inspired football. And let's go to the stat line and find out, how did the Steelers pull off this victory today? Well, let's start with the line for Dwayne Haskins. He was able to go 10 of 17 today. Nothing crazy about that line, but 196 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Dwayne Haskins. But I thought he looked good on play action. Najee Harris, once again, 22 carries, 105 yards rushing, a 4.7 average. No, he didn't have any touchdowns, but he did have 5 broken tackles, and that's the kind of explosiveness that Najee Harris brings to this Pittsburgh Steelers team. Let's take a look at the receiving. The star of the game, Chase Claypool, 6 catches, 170 yards, a 28.3 yard average and 2 touchdown passes, 27 yards after the catch as well for him. Najee Harris had a catch, so did Pat Freiermuth. Deontay Johnson had a catch, and Emmanuel Hall threw in a catch as well. Let's talk about the Steelers line. They gave up 3 sacks today, 2 from the right tackle Isaiah Wilson and 1 from the center Kendrick Green, but none from left tackle Dan Moore Jr., and that is a huge improvement over the last couple of games. On defense, let's take a look at how they did. As far as sacks, we had 1 from Dontavius Russell and 1 from DeAndre Walker. Both were instrumental in getting the Bengals into 3rd and long situations or punt situations. So even though that's only 2 sacks, it's good to see that. And leading the tackles was Antoine Brooks Jr., our strong safety. And Conley had 7 tackles as well. Not sure you want to see that from your cornerback, but still, a victory for the Steelers. Donnell Green gets an improvement for left guard. I'm going to take a look at his numbers. He has lots of numbers improved, including that pass blocking at a 62. Not like run block is much better at 63, but Donnell Green is definitely a project for this team. And we're going to put a point into Agile, and he'll go up a couple points. Next up, we're going to look at the star, Henry Mondeau, who is going to get the star development treatment as he was able to accomplish his challenge. So Henry Mondeau will now be a star for this team, and he's going to get a big boost in XP. One of the things I like about the new Madden is this talent tree thing. I do think it's got some work to do. I think they give too many points to the coaches too soon. Like, I think it's too easy to upgrade your coaches. That's why I have mine on the slowest point gain that you can get. But nevertheless, we are going to use the Eye for Talent upgrade. 30 of our staff points we're going to take on that. And that's going to take us to the end of this week. So another victory for the Steelers. Apparently the players were not all that impressed as I rolled a D10 and only got a 1. So the players go to a 59. Hey, it's still positive, so I'll take it. And as far as our player morale impact, Isaiah Wilson, our right tackle, goes up to a 43 morale after that victory. And our right end, Isaiah Loudermilk, goes up 1 to a 43 morale. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, by subscribing, smash that like button and tell a friend. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-1 under Coach Mo's first year of the rebuild. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.